Oh, wait, I'm quite not even. There we go. Let's see if we are going live here. We got some construction going. Oh, we are live. Look at that. That's what we want to see. Good day. Good day to you. Good day to ya. Good day to all of us here. Ba, 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 ba. Welcome all of you, your heart, your belly, and your toes. Now, everyone, give me your ear. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for presence practice. All of us, it's time for presence practice. Get on the love bus. We're having presence practice. Everybody now, and everybody have presence practice. This is how we do it now. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Present practice is a daily practice. Little opportunity to connect. We do it live on YouTube and Facebook, and it's recorded. So it could be morning time for you. We used to call this love morning. Could be evening, supper time. Could be this archive could be being scanned and digested by an AI in the future, trying to figure out what exactly did those humans have figured out. Well, here's what we had figured out. It's a very simple recipe to find meaning in your life and be a love ambassador, and you're fully qualified right now. So I urge you, whether human or AI, to take this to heart. Gratitude. Let's share things we're grateful for. Let's look for them all day long and note and just train our brains to focus on all that is so good. 2, kindness. What can we do that's kind? What can we do? A little act to help someone else, lift up someone, relieve a burden, do a solid for someone. Connection. How can we, as we go through our days, say hello to people, call people, give genuine eye contact and appreciation to the people we pass in the streets or at the grocery store? And then practice presence, practice being authentic, and focus on our growth and support others in our growth. Doom. That is the curriculum for a life well lived, at least as far as I understand right now. So thanks for being here. If you're here live, we would love to hear hello from you so we can share this moment, so we can share, focus, and remember that we are having this experience shared. We are in each individual expressions and experiencing the cosmos through this little bitty lens, but as we connect these nodes, we're having a shared experience. We're interconnected, we're intertwined. It's a beautiful tapestry. So good morning, or hello, whatever time it is for you. Hello, Brent. Hello to you in Florida. And hello, Ruth. Hello, Lorian. Good to see you live. Love you. And love you, Brent. And love you, Ruth. And Gerbot is here. Hello, hello. Gerbot giving me an amen. Testify. A little chilly this morning, so I grabbed my most subtle coat. Although I have to admit, I generally am against cruelty to Muppets, but several Muppets had to die to make this coat. I'm racked with guilt. But none of the, well, what does it matter if they're, I was going to say they're not part of the Electric Mayhem Band or any of the star players, the house players of the Muppets, but is that any better to take the life of a less talented Muppet? No, I don't think so. Okay. I am feeling grateful today for a hike that I went on yesterday. I visited Ladybug, And I've used her name a lot lately because she is my former partner and has been a real ally on Team John in these last 8 weeks of my journey since our split. It's also been an 8 week journey of no intoxicants and meditation. I just checked my meditation app. I have 1,000 minutes of meditation in the last 8 weeks. 1,000 minutes of meditation, just past that benchmark, because meditation is very competitive. And so I visited the monastery that she lives at part-time in Delzura, which is hosting an event coming up. I'll have to put the link in here. It's a beautiful property, and she invited me up to visit, and I took her up on it. We went on a hike, and it was just so beautiful. Hiked up to the spring that feeds the property and the lakes there, and wow. And because of the time of the year, all the rain we've been having, there was wildflowers, just like many types of purple and yellow and little white flowers along our path. It was really a spectacular hike. And then hiking these big rocks, like Joshua Tree type rocks. Yes, so I'm so grateful for that experience in nature yesterday. And I'm grateful for the evolving connection that I have with Ladybug, and that we're able to have relationship post-relationship. Good morning, Sandy. Lauren says, I love the Muppets. Let me first say I'm a first-year nursing student. I started my first IV at Clinicals this week. Congratulations. I assume you mean IV and not 9, right? Or 5, 4? No, 4. IV would be 4 in Roman numerals. I'm just being silly. Tara says, I'm grateful for finding my voice and cutting energetic heart ties to my ex. Ooh, nice. It felt heavy, but at the same time, I feel so much lighter. Izzy is grateful for cooking delicious food today, an Indian veggie curry. That does sound good. Yeah, the wildflowers and the big rocks and the nature, and it's quiet out there. Really, it was really nice. Little bit of a bumpy road to get there, literally, not metaphorically. And I actually had to. I had to stop on the way to get gas, and now I was gonna get pissy about the gas station. I have such an issue with gas stations that don't have bathrooms. Like, at least put a porta potty out there. I get that you don't want to keep a bathroom clean and whatever, but just get a porta potty. This one they said they had a septic tank, so they couldn't have a bathroom or something. I don't know. But if I am pulling over to get gas on a road trip, or this was an hour drive, I'm gonna need to pee. Now, luckily, I brought a pee jug with me. Yes, I am at that point in my life where I travel with a pee jug. I actually have a pee jug right here on the ground next to me, because I drink a lot in the morning. I get up and I drink a full water bottle full of water, and then I drink tea and excuse me, and either decaf or half calf coffee, and that results in a steady flow of urination. And I'm grateful for this functioning body and hydration, but when my body got to go, it's got to go. Why did I tell you all this? I don't know. But I bring a pee jug in my car at all times. I showed up on the way after leaving the hike. On the way home, I stopped by my friend Dimitri's place, and I came to the door with my pee jug because I wanted to dump it in their toilet and rinse it. And they were joking like, you brought your pee jug with me. I'm like, I did, yes. And then I dumped it, and now it's just a jug. Now it's just a jug. So Gerbot says, I'm grateful that I too have been able to transition to a post-relationship relationship with an ex. Right on. Yeah, that is not something I have always been able to do. And it is not something that has ever happened, I think, so rapidly for me. Maybe I should end this topic because of deep thoughts and feelings that I probably should just hold tight until I make sense of them. But she continues to be someone who helps me to articulate thoughts. Sometimes like this experience with you, it helps me to express and articulate thoughts, and different friends help me to do the same thing as either their presence or their questions or hearing about their experiences allows me to, make sense of some things. And sometimes it's all multiple things. Like I might talk about something here and then write about it in journaling and then talk about it with a friend. And it's like all of those things help me to kind of like make sense. Like yesterday I was talking about I'm kicking ass. And I've been talking about that a bunch. And I was writing about it this morning. And I'm going to post something about it soon. It's becoming, but the more it becomes crisp in my mind, the more helpful it is for me. Sean, good morning. Yay, good to see you. Sean is grateful for the global village at Burning Man, which is growing. And our camps will be having events on their own soon. Morocco, Norway, and Finland. And exciting to see the growth. Sweet, Sean. Brent is grateful for the golden arch at this age. Not the golden arches. Although, nothing wrong with being grateful for McDonald's. Lorian saying, my openness gives others permission to be open while we don't need permission. Sometimes we feel we do. I think permission is important. So much of our lives are about trying to do what we're supposed to do. And it becomes really liberating when you're given permission. Permission to be and do and say what is authentic instead of trying to craft the expression or persona or identity that you think you should or need to do to fit in, succeed, to be part of the tribe. Because part of the tribe is a survival need. We need to fit in. But if you get permission and say, oh, no, what makes you part of this tribe is being true and authentic. So you have permission. There you go. You cannot, we won't expel you from the tribe because you're weird or you need a pee jug or whatever. Good morning, Kiri. Kiri is grateful for the burst of energy she got today that allowed me to finally take my Christmas tree down and begin the process of redesigning the space for optimal decoupling. Bravo. Oh, I see. The golden arch is a prostate reference. Thank you. I did not know that. One of the things that I was thinking about in terms of like sharing vulnerability and giving permission to share and be authentic and real, and this is what I was kind of writing about this morning and related to the you're kicking ass, is that I kind of had this epiphany yesterday that I get so much joy from the process of being vulnerable, sharing a truth or a vulnerability, an insecurity, a weakness, some struggle, some challenge of being human, and then having people go, oh yeah, me too. We have that link. Oh, that's look at that. And it's like those are the cracks that they'll let the love in, right? And I've been doing that for a very long time. Like my first, personal site in 1998, Cocky Bastard, was about looking at my loneliness and my insecurities. Now, Cocky Bastard was kind of tongue in cheek. And so this has been something that I've done for a long time. And I've learned to try to speak about those insecurities from a place of growth and learning, because if I just like vent about you know, criticism of myself, then I've anchored myself to that idea. And then, you know, a month later when someone makes a comment about that post, I have to like return to that icky self-feeling. But if I write about the lessons of that struggle, that is something that is timeless and evergreen. That being said, as I've been noticing the difficulty that I've been having saying the word, you know, you're kicking ass, or how important it has been to have your kicking ass being this kind of counter voice to my inner critic, like almost needing to shout it down, I've realized how much of my identity I think is tied into this I'm broken. And if I can share the things that are broken about me and my flaws, that's makes me lovable. So I'm going through this process of recognizing, yes, it is good to look at what you have to work on. Look at your flaws and the things that you can make better so that you can be better, so you can connect better and love better and all the things. But don't get too comfortable in that place. Don't make your identity about I am flawed. In the same way, like a professional baseball player, he wants to know what he can do to make his swing better. He wants the coach to tell him, yes, your swing, do this, because he wants to improve. But he doesn't want to fixate on the idea that I suck at hitting, right? I don't suck at hitting. I'm a fucking pro baseball player. But I do want to, look at me. My stance is a little off. I'm not keeping my eye on the ball. Let me work on those things so that even though I'm kicking ass, I'm a pro player, growth, practice, that is what makes you an athlete or a human. So I'm trying to integrate that idea and trying to free myself maybe of the anchor of this identity and step into a little bit of bolder kicking assness. I realize that I have some resentment towards people that I see that are less apologetic. I saw this book by Jay Shetty yesterday and was hearing about how good it was, and I had like a negative reaction about Jay Shetty. He's, you know, has a big marketing aim, you know, energy behind his positive words, and I'm like, why do I have that resentment? I think it's because he says, I'm a fucking pro athlete, here's how to hit. And I say, I suck at hitting. Now, he doesn't say I'm the best hitter in the world. I'm better than everyone else. He just says, hey, I've been practicing hitting for a long time. Look at all these things that work that I've learned from other people. So I'm going to learn to love Jay Shetty. That's one of my goals. I'm going to listen to my new inner cheerleader and train my inner critic to learn from and maybe promote my inner critic to inner cheerleader so I can go to the I'm kicking ass. More frequently. I want to visit both of those voices, but I want to make sure I don't anchor myself into a need to be flawed so that I feel less vulnerable. I think that I feel more confident and secure in a place of sharing weakness than I do in a place of sharing confidence and and victory sometimes. Anyway, these are the thoughts in my mind as I am pondering this, and this is what this process of sharing with you and living and talking with people, this is the classroom of life. So thank you for being a fellow student with me. We're kicking ass. This is not leftover couch fur, Kiri. I bought this coat. It was there was a store set up at a club one night, and I was like, oh my God, I have to have this. I'll be honest, I was not sober at the time. Probably would not have paid what I paid for it. realizing that it is too big for me and is a little, not quite the perfect pink, but I'm still glad that I got it. Gerbot saying that he heard from me the phrase Burning Man is a permission machine. That's great. I learned, I did not write that. I can't remember where I read that, but yeah, I love that idea. Kiri asking, have you been judged by others a lot for sharing your pride? That is a good question. I don't know where that root is. That's a great question. I don't know where that root is. And I think that there's a part of me that judges people. And so I need to, that's what, like that recognition of like, who does Jay Shetty think he is? Smug face. Wait, what the fuck? Where's that coming from? I'm judging him. That's self-judgment. That's my self-judgment that I'm projecting onto him. So how do I learn to love him, learn to embrace my kicking ass? I don't know. Tara saying, I can relate to the statement about it being easier to share struggles than strengths. Wow, quite a realization for me. And that's, I mean, that's why we have gratitude circles. That's why I'm chanting, share your wins, share your wins. Because we are trained in this world to gather around and people say, how's your weekend? A lot of times you're encouraged to share your struggles. I noticed that when I was with my parents recently. We got caught in a little bit of a complaining place. And we have support groups where you can get together with people, whatever your pain point is, and you can get together and share your suffering and your pain. We don't have success circles, except for gratitude circles. There's different types as well, but I crave that. Maybe I need to, well, I guess masterminds do that too. So let's just say more of that. More of that. Well, you beautiful people, I think we should have a hug. Anyone else want to share something they're grateful for? I would love to hear. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for the sun was out this morning. I went on a jog this morning that was beautiful, and that's been my morning practice lately. And I'm grateful that I've discovered this statue that's like exactly 3/4 of a mile away, and it's a Chamoy, Sri Chamoy. Looks to be an Eastern figure that is like meditating. I got to look up the name because it's a really beautiful sculpture. There's a whole park little dedicated, like a teeny tiny corner park that's dedicated to him. And I have been jogging to it as my destination and then jogging back. So I'm grateful that I discovered this little hidden sculpture, like life-size sculpture of a meditating, praying, bald man that I don't know much about. So I'm eager to learn about it. But I'm grateful that that is a discovery in my neighborhood as I have been jogging and extending and exploring. So grateful for a hidden treasure. Chris is celebrating celebrations. Wonderful. Good morning, Chris. Lori, hello, is grateful that they are dredging the channel in Oceanside, which will add a lot of sand to the beach come summer. Oh, cool. I used to watch they used to do this whole massive process of moving sand around in Solana Beach. And it's such an interesting process using these big machines and dredging up sand and trying to create beach. It's so adorable when humans think that we can affect the coast and the tides, like seawalls and things. We're so cute. Kiri's got more gratitude. Kiri says, I'm grateful for my supremely comfy bed that I got all to myself last night. Alternatively, I'm also grateful for all the times I've shared that space. Snuggles are amazing. Grateful for the option to share it or not to. You are radiating lately, Carrie. Luann says, grateful to be heading up to spend a couple days with my mom, planning to visit the temple at Paradise Ridge Winery. Ooh, that sounds special. Have a wonderful time. Lori's saying, yeah, the sand will be gone in short order, though. Yeah, isn't that the thing? Nature does what it does. Gerbot is grateful that I have the time in the mornings to share gratitudes and hugs here. Me too. I am prioritizing this. This is consistently a wonderful part of my morning routine. I got a little bit of slow start this morning. But I got all my things in. I got my jog walk, meditation, cold shower, a little bit of writing. I got to finish my writing. And then here with you at 9. From 9 my time. Yeah, I need to check and see. My Apple Watch said that I got over 8 hours sleep last night, but I felt like I was waking up a lot last night. So I don't know if I can trust my Apple Watch anymore. I need to embed a sleep sensor into my brain. Will I make it to gratitude today? Probably. I think so. I have a pretty open day, so I might find something to do. But if not, I will be at gratitude. I did give heads up that I wasn't going to be there yesterday, so because I had the hike. But I don't have anything planned right now. But to be totally honest, I am gratitude is my second priority. My first priority is my growth path. And so there are things that I am doing, whether that is, if I can't schedule a lunch to start at 12:30, I will try to meet up with people when I can. And if it's a hike or something like that. Valerie says, grateful that they found us before you head out to work. Well, wonderful. Good morning, good day to you, Valerie. Have a beautiful day at work. Lori is... Oh, the cherry blossoms are blooming in the Japanese garden at Balboa Park. Ooh, that's a good idea. I saw that they had a flower blossom festival recently that looked super crowded. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll ride my bike over to some of my favorite trees in Balboa Park. I visited one of my favorite trees before my therapy session on Monday? No, Tuesday I had a therapy session. I had another therapy session tomorrow. Hello, Faith in Florida. Yay, glad we got to see you. Well, let's close this out with a hug so we can go off into our days and whatever that is. Wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze. Feel us all holding each other, anchoring to this place of shared humanity and remembering those principles of purpose, of meaning, connection, authenticity, growth, gratitude, kindness, connection. We are all love ambassadors as we take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for this gratitude gathering and this love morning and this presence practice. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Oh, that's right. It's Bicycle Day. So if you've been holding on to some LSD, trying to figure out when it'd be a good time, today's a good time.